Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. Good. Okay, can we please start with roll call? Mr. Tyler?
Thank you, Chair. I will be beginning roll call. Dominic Biles. Here. Alwyn Brown.
Here.
Fritz is not here today. Elaine Booker. Edmund? Elaine, yes, my apologies. I saw two different names, my apologies.
I'm present.
Christina Jones.
Here.
Michael Sorensen. That is our EEOAC. I will call roll for our staff. David Davis. Constance is online. Rex Furigay.
Here.
Mikkel Mitchell.
Here.
I am also here. And Rachel Nevetsky.
Here.
Perfect. That concludes roll call. I will now move on to Dominic for the approval of the minutes.
Do we have a motion to approve last meeting's minutes?
I move to approve.
Second. Motion is made and seconded. Agenda approves. At this moment, we would like to move into public comment, please. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Moving right along, we will go into the EEO program report update from Mr. David Davis.
All right, thank you, Dominic. I just want to say it's really awesome to see as many EEO coordinators in the room, as well as my coworkers. So thank you all for showing up, and this is definitely going to be about you after we finish our meeting, so we'll go upstairs and celebrate. Thank you. All right, now on to the EEO program updates. First is our investigation efforts. The EEO staff is continuing to investigate formal complaints that could not be resolved through the informal process. So far in 2025, we have investigated 11 new complaints, and those are in addition to the complaints that carried over from the previous year. Next is the 2026-2028 EEO plan. Staff will be working along with the EEOAC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Advisory Committee. We'll start developing that plan in the first quarter of, actually the first half of 2026, with a goal of completing it and presenting it to the Board of Supervisors in quarter 4 of 2026. And this plan will provide direction for the EEO program from October 2026 through September of 2028. As far as staff development goes, in 2026, the staff will attend webinars as well as virtual conferences on EEO related rules, regulations, as well as investigation techniques that we are able to stay current with industry practices, as well as to improve our effectiveness and just to remain, within what's happening within the industry, the investigation industry, as well as EEO realm. Coordinator training revamp. We are currently updating the EEO coordinator training. As I've mentioned to you in previous meetings, we so far have reviewed the previous training. We've made comments and edits. We are now in the process of finalizing. And then early 2026, we will provide the EEO coordinators, so yourselves, as well as any new EEO coordinators, will provide you with different options for dates to be trained, so that you'll have a better understanding of your role, as well as how the EEO informal complaint process works. Excuse me. Let's see. The last is our recruitment and staffing. Throughout 2026, we will recruit and train new EEO coordinators, as I just mentioned. And this is an effort to make sure that all departments have an adequate number of EEO coordinators so that when issues come up in those departments, there's somebody for them to go to in order for their complaints or allegations to be heard. We have a goal of 14 more that we'll be needing, and Public Works actually provided us with 8, so I'm really thankful for them. So they've almost gotten us halfway there. So, and then HR, we're actually adding a couple ourselves. So we're really excited about bringing on the new members and then training them as well as bringing the veteran EEO coordinators up to speed with some of the new policies and rules and regulations and just how we want the overall EEO complaint process to work. So at this point, that concludes my report. I'll answer any questions that you may have. Okay. I will pass it back to our chair, Dominic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. At this moment, I would like to discuss old business. Does anybody have any old business? Okay. With that, we will mention today we are going to have our holiday social upstairs. Tyler can give me the exact location, please.
After today's EEOAC meeting concludes and adjourns, we will be heading upstairs to the 4th floor, room 471. We have an assortment of treats and food items to celebrate our very dedicated departmental EEO coordinators. We would love it if you could come up and join us after this meeting adjourns. We will be expecting you. It's going to be a nice time for you to mingle with each other, your EEOAC members, as well as some other human resources staff.
Thank you very much, Tyler. At this moment, we will now move on to new business with Mr. David Davis.
All right, hello again. We're now at the point where we need to nominate and vote for a new chair as well as a new vice chair. Oh, I'm sorry. Just the nominations. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a reminder. I'm jumping the gun here, sorry. So yeah, we will be doing that at our next meeting, the first meeting in 2026, which will be in February. The 4th, to be exact.
Thank you for clarifying.
Any questions on the calendar? I don't know if you have, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the calendar for 2026, but if you have and you have any questions, feel free to ask those at this time. One of the main changes that you'll see from the 2025 calendar is that in 2026, the next EEO plan will be due to be reported to the Board of Supervisors. So you'll see that in November. Most of the other things are remaining the same. No questions? All right, I will pass it to Tyler.
So just on a final note of new business, we do, our fellow EEOAC members, I don't know if you're aware, we do have some memberships that need to be either renewed or your membership time is coming up, your term is expiring. If you have questions about your term, you're more than welcome to send me an email, ask me a question, I can do some research for you. Or if you do have any questions, you are also more than welcome to contact the clerk of the board upstairs and they can help you renew your membership. Otherwise, I have an open door. You can send me any questions about your renewals whenever you would like. And that, I believe, concludes new business. I'm going to pass it on to Dom, Chair Dominic Biles.
Thank you, Tyler. Moving right along, we'll move to general comments from committee members. Have we, anything we need to discuss? A lot of shaking heads and smiles.
I don't want to delay. This is Rachel from Human Resources, but since committee member Fritz Buckman is not here, he's at a conference that conflicted with this meeting. I did want to let the committee members know that this, he will not be here going into next year. He's retiring at the end of this month.
Lucky.
So, so that is a department head representative appointment, so that's done by the county administrator's office. So Human Resources will work with the CAO's office to fill that vacancy.
Thank you, Rachel. Any upcoming agenda topics? No. I'd like to remind everybody, our next meeting will be held in February 4th, right here where we're all sitting and smiling. 3 o'clock for those of us. Okay. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Oh, yes, please.
Hi, I'm Layetta Finister. For the EEO trainings, are you planning on going back to in-person trainings?
Yes, we'll be doing those in person.
And do you have an expected date, or are you waiting to
It'll,
obtain more?
we don't have a date, but it'll be in the first quarter of '26, so no later than March 30th.
Okay,
And we'll be putting out notices to all of you to let you know. We're gonna give you a couple of options so you can pick whichever one fits your calendar best. And then you'll just be attending those in person. And then if we need to, we'll do extra ones virtually, you know, based on if we miss anybody. But we really would like to do them in person, to be honest with you.
and also, so for HSA, we're getting more civil service complaints as well.
Okay.
So is that something that HR can work with training on?
Yeah, that would be a separate training, but yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
Maybe you and I can talk later, maybe on Friday of this week.
Okay.
And because I'd like to hear what some of your ideas are and what situations are coming up, so we can coordinate and make the training, you know,
and it's
customized to
probably
your
more of
needs.
the agencies that are, you know, having more public contact that are getting the civil service complaints, but.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah.
we're getting those complaints from the state, and they're kind of funneled down, and we kind of work those in between.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to have a little chat with you, so I'll give you a call on Friday.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Before I make the motion to adjourn, is there any other questions? I apologize for not asking sooner. Make a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have motion and a second. Thank you for coming, and we are adjourned.